Hey friend, and welcome back to the On The Go podcast, the show where we dive into ideas, stories, and strategies that help you grow as an entrepreneur, a professional, and a leader in your own life. I'm your host, Shisha, and today we're talking about something that can absolutely transform the way people see you, remember you, and connect with you, and that is the power of personal branding. Now, let's get something clear right away. Personal branding isn't about creating a fake version of yourself. It's not about a slick logo, a perfect Instagram grid, or saying all the right things to please everybody. Absolutely not. Personal branding is about owning who you are, what you stand for, and how you show up consistently in the world. It's the reputation that you build both online and offline, whether you're intentional about it or not. So why does it matter? Because in today's world where people do business with people that they know, they like and trust, your personal brand is often the very first thing that others notice. Think about it. Before someone hires you, partners with you, or even buys from you, they're probably checking your LinkedIn. They're skimming through your website. They're scrolling through your social media profiles. Your personal brand speaks before you even say a word. For entrepreneurs, this can be the difference between being seen as just another business owner versus being viewed as an industry leader or a trusted authority. And for career professionals, your personal brand can elevate you from blending in at work to standing out as someone who's respected, who's promotable, and who's remembered for opportunities. And for aspiring business owners, your brand is the foundation that can help you attract your very first clients, investors, or collaborators. When you cultivate your brand, your personal brand with intention, doors open, opportunities come your way, not because you're shouting the loudest, but because people see you and they believe in what you bring to the table. It creates alignment. Your personal brand also builds confidence, not just in how others perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself. The clearer you are about your strengths, your values, and your voice, the more grounded you feel in your journey. Let me give you an example. Imagine two professionals applying for the same leadership position. They're both equally qualified on paper, but one of them has been building a presence like sharing thought leadership on LinkedIn, engaging in their community, in their industry community, mentoring colleagues, and making their values clear. And the other, they've just been working really hard, putting their head down and hoping to somehow be noticed. Now, who do you think gets remembered when it's time to make a decision? 9 times out of 10, it's the one who's built their brand with intention. And here's something that often gets overlooked. Your personal brand isn't just about your professional success. It also impacts your personal life. When you're aligned with your brand, you show up more authentically, and that attracts relationships that feel genuine. You find collaborators who share your values, clients who energize you instead of draining you, and opportunities that match where you want to go, not just where you've been. That is the power of clarity. So how do you actually build this kind of brand? Here are a few simple steps to follow. Number one, define your core values and message. It's your brand, so ask yourself, what do I want people to remember me for? What do I stand for? The answer becomes the foundation of your brand. Number two, show up consistently, whether it's through LinkedIn posts, networking events, or even conversations in the office. Consistency builds trust. Number three, tell your story. Share your experiences, your challenges, and your wins. People connect with people, not polished CVs. Number four, invest in your presence. Yes, visuals matter too. And here's a video that confirms this.
There's a psychological reason why people take you more seriously when you're dressed well, and it's drastically overlooked. I noticed it the first time that I actually started to make an effort when I went into the office. So my office is really casual, like most people just wear jeans, gym wear in some instances. So I decided that I was going to step it up a notch and I was going to wear shirts, tailored trousers, loafers, that kind of thing. And the difference that it made was overwhelming. Nothing else changed. I still had the same desk, I still had the same job, but people started to say hello when they'd never said hello before. I started to get asked for my input in meetings when I'd never been asked before. It was just a really subtle change, but very noticeable. And it turns out there's actually a name for this, and it's called the halo effect. So basically, when you look put together, people assume you're more confident, maybe even smarter, before you've even said a word. So by being intentional with the way that you dress, you can kind of trick people into thinking that you're a more capable human being and you should be more respected. And there's also something that's called enclothed cognition. So that's when what you wear starts to influence how you behave. So the better that you dress, the more assured that you become, and the more that people will naturally reflect that energy back to you. So psychology tells us that if you dress sharply, then the world will adjust its tone towards you, because respect is rarely verbal. It often starts with how you dress. So if you feel like you're not getting the respect or the recognition that you want within your workplace, then try out this trick.
A professional photo, a clean profile, even the way you introduce yourself, it all plays into how people perceive you. Number 5, engage and serve. A strong personal brand isn't about broadcasting, it's about connecting. Answer questions, add value, be helpful. That's what makes you memorable. Number 6, seek feedback. Sometimes the way we think we show up isn't the way others experience us. So ask trusted colleagues or mentors how they would describe you, and that feedback can help you refine and align your brand. And number 7, keep evolving. Your personal brand isn't static, and as you grow, your message and how you present yourself can evolve too. The key is to remain authentic while allowing your brand to grow with you. Okay, I'd love for you to take a moment and reflect as you're listening. So grab a notebook if you can and just think through these questions. If someone were to describe you in 3 words right now, what would they say? Are those the words that you want to be known for? If not, the good news is that you have the power to shape that narrative starting today. So, what small step can you take this week to show up more intentionally in alignment with your brand? Here's a quick exercise. Pick one platform. Maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's your in-person networking circle, and commit to sharing one piece of content, a story, an idea that reflects your values and your expertise. Just one. See how it feels and notice how people respond. Here's the big takeaway. Your personal brand is already out there. It's the story that people tell about you when you're not in the room. The real question is, are you shaping that story or are you letting it shape itself? When you step into your brand with clarity and intention, you're not just building visibility, you're building trust, you're building opportunity and long-term success. By stepping into your brand, I mean understanding that your story, your values, and your voice are not just nice extras, they are your superpower. When you step into that, you stop chasing opportunities and you start attracting them. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of the On The Go podcast. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend or a colleague who's also building their own path to success. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and do like this video. Until next time, keep showing up, keep shining, and remember, your brand is your power. Have a great day. Bye.